never happened before. I just took the merge from US 23 to continue north and not turn west on I-96, which is where I go to get west to Muskegon, to my writer's cabin, Silversides house. And it's supposed to be cold up north where I'm going, so I actually had this feeling of, oh no, but I want to go to Lake Michigan, I want to go west. I never feel that way because I love going up north. It's basically a hierarchy of as far north as you can afford to live is where people want to be, unless they really don't like the winters, and then they stay farther south. But yeah, that's interesting. I guess I really do love Muskegon. I knew I did, but sometimes it feels like you need to go farther north by just a few miles to get out of the southern half of lower Michigan where there's more cities, because everybody around here loves just going up where there's nothing but lakes and birch trees and whatnot, or boating and sailing and stuff. So I'm on my way to Walloon Lake, Bear River Writers Conference run by the University of Michigan, and I'm super excited. I'm going to bring you with me so you can see what I'm talking about. This is the place where 7 or 8 years ago I really felt like safe enough to open up again and make friends with people from the conference on social media. I'd been through a whole lot of weird stuff. It was very high conflict. It made me shut down my author brand under my own name. Basically a bunch of stalking and harassment. I realized, I could deal with this because everybody kind of deals with this I wasn't famous, but as any kind of public figure. And that's what made me realize I didn't want to. I was actually doing what I was doing, healing topic-wise in my writing, to pay forward what had helped me for other people's sake, but it wasn't what I wanted as much as I thought it was. So it was a very difficult time, but I look back on it as transformative and inspirational in at least that way, because what I was doing looked really good on paper, and I just felt kind of stuck between, do I want to be a healer, do I want to be a creative writer? Either way, I kind of want to be an inspirational, motivational speaker of some kind to help people with all the stuff I've overcome, or to help them find their own voice and connection and their kind of place of belonging in nature, because that's what's been so helpful to me, and also just a really fascinating adventure, decades long, really. So here I am going to, ironically, a literary conference with having decided over the last few years to be a genre writer, which in itself is difficult because there are things I love about more serious literature, but more poetic language and a more peaceful pace, stuff like that. But even though I know a lot of literary writers don't love genre writing and don't understand it, and part of me feels like I'm choosing kind of the lesser of two options. It's a practical decision because I realized from knowing these people and others that I couldn't have made it in literary circles without going the academic teaching route, which I didn't do just because of life circumstances. So it helped me get unstuck. And I will forever be grateful to these people for being super sweet to me. I even ended up in the hospital and almost ended up on a ventilator one year right in the middle of the conference, even though it wasn't as affecting the environment as it could have, because it was the year we were remote for the pandemic. But I honestly don't think I've ever been somewhere where I got along with most of the people so thoroughly. Everybody's different. Writers are crazy. There's always somebody on drugs, but yeah. That's not the best introduction, but these are some of the smartest people I know, and some of the most supportive, and some of the most creatively brilliant. And I'm just really grateful to be able to go up there again. I don't know if I'll go again because I would like to get the revenue going for my business and pay for it out of cash flow instead of putting it on my husband, because he's been supporting me and going to this for the better part of a decade. Because I love it and because he knows I need to chill out by the lake at least a couple times a year or I get sick. But I used to be able to take the family with me, and they changed the dates to be on top of school, so I can't. So that makes it a little bit less amazing. But yeah, I found a cheap rental because I didn't need to bring family or dogs, and